Hi, I hope you're having a good and safe day as you carry out your ministry in these new times before us. I'm Cal Holloway, and I've been a youth worker, parish pastor, chaplain, and church administrator all my professional life. Although growing up in the Bronx in New York City, I've lived in suburban, urban, rural areas, working in large, small, and mid-sized congregations. I've also served as the assistant to the bishop for mission and planning, and later bishop in one of the larger and more rapidly changing synods in the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America, here in Ohio. For the last few years, I've served as a consultant for strategic planning for congregations that are related to our ecumenical partners and other denominations too. Because my calling, like yours, is to make disciples of Jesus Christ, here we are now. This has been my lifelong dream and vocation since I was a teenager, to be the best disciple I know how to be and to make other disciples, in short, carrying out the Great Commission in the spirit of the Great Commandment. And you share that vocation too. We've all experienced lots of changes in our world and our economies, our homes, and the way we communicate, the way we conduct business. And we've experienced change in our denominations and our congregations as well. Some of these changes have been gradual, others have been swift. We welcome some changes while trying to ward off or modify other changes. And you know what? All change is disruptive, for better or for worse. It can disrupt both our beneficial work and our counterproductive behaviors. So when change does happen, disrupt it or suffer the consequences of ignoring it. So what kind of changes are coming to you in your ministries? And what are you going to do now as you look into the future? While congregations are theological communities, they're also sociological communities. We trust the Spirit for dealing with the surprises and with the discovery of ways for dealing with changes. Yet we also have a stewardship responsibility and more opportunities than I can count to design changes in order to be and make more faithful disciples in God's mission. A congregation must engage God's mission, examine itself, and understand its environment if it's to set a faithful course in the midst of so much change going on in our rapidly changing world. So, resourced by scripture, hard data, and a full array of social sciences, Church Innovations Institute has dedicated itself to health, faithfulness, and effectiveness of disciples in the congregations. This is where I found real value in Church Innovations. I've worked with them as a client, a student, and even as a board member. I could count and share with you many stories of lay members, pastors, congregations, and judicatorial leaders from around the world. And there's great appreciation for the Institute's spirit-led, research-driven, and customized approach for working with each of them. And you'll appreciate this approach too. So I invite you to join with Church Innovations Institute and its faith journey as we walk and maybe even run into the future that God prefers for us all. So on with your work. You're blessed to be a blessing in these days of great change in the world and in our congregations. Thank you for your partnership in the gospel and for your attention. Be safe, be faithful. Thank you.